everybody, this is Tank and Trucker, and we are going to go ahead and do a review on the Leo. It is a Sweden Tier 7 medium tank. It's got a hell of a good gun. Not the best pen for standard rounds, but your premium rounds, if you start seeing Tier 9s, which you can see up to Tier 9s in this, it does not get preferential matchmaking. So, yeah, when you start seeing Tier 9s, you really got to play it safe in this because the armor, it's kind of piss poor, to be honest with you. So anyways, what do you get? You get a Tier 7 medium tank with 1100 hit points. Frontal armor is basically it's all the way, it's 70 on the hull and 70 on the turret in the front. 30 on the side on the turret and the hull. And 20 in the turret and the rear of the hull, 20 millimeters. So not very thick armor. Again, it's a Tier 7. The bad thing is it does have a big flat spot right there. Got big cheeks right here to pen, and plus it's got a commander's hatch that you know, you can get penned too. It's 70 mil. It's just really weakly armored. It does, well, let's just go over the whole thing here. So the gun, I'll give you the standard loadout, basically how it's set up with World of Tanks, and then with a good crew. Basically, rate of fire is 5.33 rounds a minute. Standard pen is 155. Premium is 194, and HE is 53. Average damage for your premium and your standard rounds is 300, and your HE is 410. Average damage per minute is 1600. Dispersion at 100 meters is 0.42, which is really not that good, and your aim time is 3 seconds, which is also really not too hot. I've got my crew at basically 100%, 116, and what brings you up to, I had somebody ask me about this, you know, how my crew is at 116%. If you use vents, that helps bring your crew skills up 5% more than what it would be if you don't have them. So it does everybody. I'm not sure for the commander, he's at 105, but I think for some reason, I'm not sure if it just doesn't help the commander or something. Not really. Oops, looking at the wrong thing there. Well, it's just all crew skills, but not sure on the commander if that, maybe that just, he would have been 100%, but that brings him up to 105. But anyways, that's what gets you up to 116 on the remainder of your crew. So mine is 6.32 rounds a minute. My reload is 9.5 seconds. Turret traverse is 36.27, and the hull is 40.53. So if you get a scout or fast-moving tank, you can probably keep up with them. If he knocks your track off, the turret's not going to be able to swing around fast enough, so you're going to have to move your hull and your turret at the same time. It gets great gun depression at -10 and a +15. My aim time is 2.56, so even with a pretty decent crew, that's still, it's better, you know, but it's still not phenomenal. And dispersion is 0.39, so the dispersion is still not really super good. My average damage per minute is 18.96. We went over the armor there. It's a 25.8 ton tank, it's medium, so I mean, you could smack into like a light tank, and you're still going to take some damage. Don't be, you know, hitting a heavy tank, because that will pretty much decimate your hit points. You get a 500 horsepower engine. Your specific power to weight is 19.41, and that is really good. Top speed is 60 kph, and you can get up to that 60 kilometers per hour and maintain it pretty well, even on hills. Reverse, it'll do -20 in reverse. Concealment's 18.6, which is actually very good. View range is 381 for Tier 7. That's actually really good, and your signal range is 725. It's actually a pretty good tank. The only drawbacks you have with it is pretty much no armor. Everything's going to penetrate you. You know, a lot of people are wising up to the fact that a lot of these Sweden tanks have really no armor, and they just sling HE at you, and you know, if it pens you, it'll usually do full damage. So hopefully no one's slinging HE at you. If they're shooting AP and APCR, it's still probably going to pen you. I really highly suggest trying to angle as much as you can. Don't over angle it so they spin around through your track, but try and get a 45-degree angle on it, and that might help a little bit. But yeah, I mean, most people, if they don't pen you with standard rounds, they just pop in some premium rounds and put those through you. I've got mine set up with a gun rammer, vents, and a gun lane drive. And you couldn't get vertical stabilizers, and that's why I went with the gun lane drive. It is a pretty fast tank, so the nice thing about it is if you have to, you get a shot off and you can move somewhere else pretty quick to re-engage somebody else, another tank somewhere else. Don't sit there and try going shot for shot with somebody because, more than likely you'll bounce them and they'll pen you. So, just be careful with that. So if you want to hold on a minute, I'll have some replay for you. So just hold on and I'll be right back. So our first match, we're on Winter Himseldorf, and I figured the best place for this to go would be up the hill. With the speed, I'd figure I could get up there, maybe light some stuff, and get some shots down below on tanks that are still kind of leaving cap. From the enemy team, that is. Usually down the 1, 2, 3 roads. Usually the 1, 2 roads. So it's got pretty good speed. And you'll see I take off here. I'm already doing almost 50. Lightweight's catching up to me, but that thing boogies right along. I'm almost up to 60. Well, about 60, let's say, but I hit the hill. It does slow me down to about 25, 20. But anything going up this hill is going to get slowed way down. It's a pretty good sized, long hill. But it's still maintaining close to 30 kilometers an hour. I'm kind of keeping up with the lightweight, so not too shabby at all speed-wise. Now, as you can see, I'm not the lowest, but third to the lowest on the matchmaker, so figured I'd try and play it safe and stay out of Artie's reach using the building, or the castle here. Well, I figured hopefully I'll get some shots down on there, and I saw the ML1 coming around. I figured I'd be able to pop one into him, and I was able to just hit him in the butt. And he backs up real quick. Now, these next couple rounds were standard rounds. I was actually very surprised that went through. I get over to the right. I thought I got over to the right a little bit more. So I just, I figured I'm pretty safe from Artie up here. I was able to squeeze that shell through there, but I'm getting further behind the building here and thinking I'm pretty safe. There was a shell that just missed me. I think that was an Artie shell. I'm, well, about 99.9% sure it was. But I figured I've got to be safe in this area. I saw the 110, and just as he popped around the corner, I get plugged by the 50-55, and now I'm down to 313 hit points. Took almost all my health in one shot, because this thing, it just has no armor. So, yeah, it knocked out my gun, my track, and my driver, and the 110's coming right at me. So, yeah, talk about stinking up your pants real quick. I knew I was doomed. I was hoping to at least get loaded and get a shot in this guy's underbelly, but no such luck. So that replay was kind of quick, but the reason I played this one was just to kind of show you that, Artie can really decimate you. If Artie is in the match, to definitely try and stay clear, keep yourself safe from artillery, because that one shot and left me with 300, was it 313, not even that, 300 some hit points. Yeah, so the 110 was able to take me out, and I wasn't even able to get a shot on him because the reload on this it's just so darn long. I mean, for a tier 7, you're looking at 10, I think it's like close to 10 seconds on the reload. Yeah, it does hit for, 300 average damage if you penetrate, but, it'd be nice if you can get loaded a little bit quicker. So, well, if you want to hold on, I got another replay for you and give you a little better idea, hopefully, in the next replay how it does. So, just hold on and I'll be back in just a minute. So, here's our second replay on Malinovka. And basically on this, what I normally do is go hill. But in this, being that this is a medium with no armor, I figured I'm going to try and get uphill, try and scout up there, see what I can light. But I'm not going to commit to going all the way up the hill, just due to the fact this has no armor. And the gun's just a low penetration. I was afraid I was going to run into some of their top tier stuff. And just not like an IS-6, I wouldn't be able to ammo 1. Yeah, Super Pershing, there's no way I'd be able to pen it from the front. Even the premium round on this only bumps you up to 194, and that's really pushing it for going through the front of an IS-6. The MO1, if I hit him in his lower, in the hull, good possibility I could have penned him, but I just didn't want to count on it. And the reload on this is kind of long, so, just a couple things going against it, and then I'm looking and I'm like, where's the heavies coming up the hill? Our Super Pershing stayed at base. Great armor. Our T-32 stayed at base. I mean, all the tanks that should have came hill stayed at base. Right off the bat, I knew we were going to lose. When I saw our T-32 and our Super Pershing staying down there, our mediums, we still got 1, 2, 3 mediums on our base, 4 mediums on our base. I mean, I knew we were going to lose this match before it even really started. Before anybody had been killed, I already knew we were going to lose it. So I wasn't going to go up here and just get, butt raped. So I figured I'd go up here, see if I could light anything. Which the AMX-12T is, 1375. I take a shot and completely miss because the mine's .39 accuracy on this. It's not a very accurate tank at any kind of distance. So I thought, the hell with that, I'm getting off the hill. I figured I'm going to wait for a few minutes until these heavies get up there. And, then I'll see what I can do about getting back up there and helping them. But I'm not going to go up there and just get, my butt handed to me. Especially when we still got, 1, 2, 3. We still got 3 or 4 mediums that haven't even got off the cap circle yet. I mean, I knew we were going to lose this match. It was just, the only thing I could think of is how quick we were going to lose this match. Oh yeah, this was, both matches I had, to be honest with you, were just a couple of sad teams. So with these guys almost halfway up there, I thought, okay, I'll go up there and see what I can do to help them. Maybe I should have stayed down a base with the light scout, the SPIC scout, and our medium tanks that all are still on the cap circle. Jesus, I mean, what a shitty team. I should have came over to the right a little, or excuse me, the left a little bit, and I went the wrong way, and I swung my butt the wrong way, and that 12T got away from me. So I was kind of bummed about that. I saw that Scorpion G, and I'm like, oh man, this is gonna suck. If he hits me, that's half my health in one shot. I saw that MO1, and I'm like, yeah, we're in deep trouble. Thing's got an autoloader. The turret on that is just phenomenal. If he comes over the hill, we can pen his superstructure, because the hull, is pretty weak. But that turret, no, you ain't penning through that thing. I want to try keeping the scout. Excuse me. Keep the scout lit for the team to hopefully knock out. I got a shot on him, but all I did is knock his darn track off, and no one got any damage on him, so that kind of sucked. He was smart, though, and he went off the side of the hill there and couldn't even see him to shoot at him. I was about to go up the hill. I started up it, and then I saw our IS-6 just getting decimated here in a second. And I thought twice about it real quick. I'm like, no. Yeah, you can see me turning around. I just saw him take 2 shots. I'm like, okay, I'm out of here. I thought I'd be better off getting into the trees and hopefully as they come out, spotting them for the rest of the team to shoot. I felt bad leaving the ARL-44 up there, but if I went up there, all that's going to do is get me killed just as quick, or quicker. And you'll notice I kept my, I hate to say it, but the butt towards the enemy tanks, but I didn't want to have to try and spin the tank around, a 180 to get down the hill if they came over the hill. This way I'm ready to zing down the hill further, if they come over. But the M1, it's not even worth me shooting. It'd be a waste of a round if I shot at his turret. It's not going to go through. I saw the IS-2, but I just couldn't get a shot on him. I mean, if our T-32 and our Super Pershing would have went hell too, more than likely we could have probably won this. But, when you don't have the armor up there and stuff just, easily pens you, it's what are you gonna do? I mean, I knew we were gonna lose. Here I'm yelling for help because I got an ISU 152 to the right of me there a little bit, but that's it. I mean, we still got mediums down on our we got the Super Pershing still on the cap circle. I mean, what a freaking idiot. If he would have stayed right there, I could have got him, but the reload on this is so damn long. And that round there, I knocked his track off to hold him in place, and then no one shot at him. So the ISU 152 just got taken out. So basically, I'm up here by myself, so I said, okay, I'm out of here. Time to scoot back a little bit further. The nice thing about this is with the gun depression, even when your rear's facing up the hill, you can still get your gun down low enough to, shoot. A lot of tanks, if you don't have good gun depression, especially in the rears where you lose a lot of it, you have to face them, head on, but then you got to do a 180 to get out of there. By the time you get spun around, you're dead. Here I was more afraid that I was going to get spotted by that 34-100, which I don't have sixth sense on this, so I don't even know if I was spotted. More than likely, I probably was. But this OI comes trudging down the hill here, and I hit him in the side, bounce. These are with premium rounds too, 194 pen. And it's green reticle saying I should be able to pen them. Bounce again. So I try and get one more shot at his turret to finish him off. Bounce again. And this is where the, see, I got hit by the IS-2 there, but the MO1 is what pounds me. So yeah, that was that match right there. Didn't end up well. That MO1 never even got a hit point taken off of him. Never even got a scratch. And look, we've still got our Super Pershing setting on cap. Our T-20, another scout, setting over by the water. Our T-32. This is just an idiot-ass team. So yeah, we go on to lose this miserably because our team sucked balls. Yeah, the whole team was just pointing the finger at each other, and I'm just like, he said something about, some play for fun, some play for stats, and I said, yeah, and some should just not play at all. And it was half the team. I mean, I could not believe the amount of the team that just, heavies and mediums that stayed down on the cap. Worthless. I mean, they were no good for this team, and, you saw the amount of damage that 90% of them did. I mean, I didn't even break 1,000, but at least I did close to 1,000. When you got tier 8s and 7s and, whatnot on your team that they're not even doing over 250 damage. That is just pitiful. And that was 90% of this match. So, oh yeah. Anyways, so that's that match. And, you know, I hope you enjoyed the video. And if you hold on for a minute, I'll have the post-game stats for this match. So hold on to your seats. So that's the results of that match. And you could see we had kind of a piss-poor team. I mean, you got tanks that do 750 average damage. You got 0 damage. Just an awful team. Our scouts didn't scout. We had heavy staying down camp and base. We had a super Pershing stayed on the base and camped. Our T-32 stayed down at the base. It's just like that match was a loss at the get-go. I started going uphill at first, and when I looked back and saw the ARL and IS-6 still trailing way behind me, I stayed on the hill for a few seconds, spotted the AMX-12T, and then I booked off the hill, waited for the IS-6 and the ARL to get up there, kind of headed up there to help them, saw that they were getting their butts handed to them, so I got down. I figured I'd be better off going mid-hill, spotting them, and trying to get shots off there, but when that, what was an OHO? The OI came over. I hit him like 3 times, couldn't even pen him with the premium rounds. I had 3 matches in a row that I didn't even break 1,000 damage. It's just this thing is too easily penned. It's got a great gun if you can penetrate. Boy, I don't even know what to say about it. You know, I mean, well, the MO1, I knocked his track off. The Scorpion, I knocked out his gun and did 305 damage. IS-2, 290, 34, 100, 307. 1375 knocked his track off. I got some spotting damage. You know, I think the big thing is both the matches I've had in this, you know, I was low on the pole. You know, matchmaker just, I guess, didn't like me too much. So, yeah, I had 11 shots, 8 hit, and only penned 3. 902 damage, 290 at more than 300 meters. Spotted 1 vehicle. Damage 5, destroyed 0. Damage caused with my assistance was 539. And I lost 30,000 credits because of shooting premium rounds. But 150 pen, you're not going to penetrate, you know, tier 9s and tier 8s with that. I mean, it's just not going to happen. I mean, an OHO is, that's what, a tier 7, or excuse me, OI is what, a tier 7, tier 6, something like that. And I couldn't even pen that. Yeah, so the gun on this really needs a big buff. I think that will probably make it, as in penetration. Damage-wise, it does great. It just needs pen. If you don't penetrate, you're not doing damage. And, I mean, I would have been easily broke over probably close to 1,800 damage if I would have penetrated that OI. I just couldn't pen them, no matter how I shot them, with premium rounds. So, but everything pens it. You bounce nothing. I mean, literally nothing. Everything pens you. Given on this one, the MO1, you know, shot me in the keister 4 times to knock me out. But this is definitely not a frontline tank unless you're, you know, top of the food chain there. And both matches, I was definitely not top of the food chain. So it makes it hard to play a tank. You know, if you're not penning stuff, or you get knocked out real easy because you have no armor. So, I mean, the gun is terrific if you pen. I mean, 300 average damage, that's great for a tier 7, but when you're, you know, that low and, you know, you can't pen the stuff, what do you do? So, anyways, this is Tank and Trucker. I hope you enjoyed the review of the Leo. It's a toss-up on, you know, getting it or not getting it. I guess, if you like your mediums, I don't know. God, guys, I really can't give you an honest opinion on this one. It's hard because I want to say, yeah, get it. It's, you know, it's got that gun that does 300 average damage, but that you just don't pen it. You don't pen anything. You know, it's, yeah, if you pen stuff, great. Hallelujah. You know, amen. You're going to do damage and, you know, conquer the battlefield. But if you shoot an OI and hit them 3 times in a row and all of them bounce, you know, what do you do? So, it's a real toss up on this one. I mean, everything pens you. The gun needs a definite buff for penetration. 150 pen on a standard round is just, that's pretty bad. That's pitiful. That's bad. Um, yeah, but you know, again, if this would have been top tank, probably would have done a whole lot better. And probably been able to pen a lot more stuff, but I just kept getting matches with it that I was low on the matchmaker, and you know, what do you do? So anyways, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please hit the like button down below and subscribe to the channel. This is Tank and Trucker. You guys be safe, and I will see you on the battlefield.